Hello and welcome. Want to get that out of the way first, just to say it out loud. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and let me just get what the heck I'm doing together, and we'll be good to go. Just gonna hang out today, talk about some stuff that's been going on. Chris Pratt as Mario, obviously being the first thing that comes to my mind, at least, and go from there. We have the Nintendo Direct yesterday. We have this Spider-Man story that's kind of breaking right now, which is kind of interesting, right? I don't think anything's going to actually happen, or at least that's what people online tell me, and but that's something to talk about. What else happened? Kena, Bridge of Spirits came out this week. What a game. I'm going to talk about that a lot tomorrow on the podcast, the Podcast Now podcast, which is what I should say. Thanks, buddy. A lot of people have been complimenting my hair, which I honestly did not think. I don't ever think about my looks. I'm not, I don't put myself on the top half of the spectrum. I would say I'm an average-looking human being, but I don't think about what I look or what I wear ever. So I appreciate the kind words. Today's the last day, actually, with the facial hair. I'm actually going to shave. I have to tonight, so that's what's going on. Hello, everybody. Welcome on in. Make sure you leave a like on your way in, on your way out, all that good stuff, but appreciate you guys being here. I don't ever ask this, but share the video if you guys want to post this on Twitter or, I don't know, anybody on any forums. I don't really know. But when people ask people to share their videos, how do you do that? You share it on, it has to be on Twitter, right? Or Instagram or TikTok. I don't know how it works. But if you have something that you could share the video on, I'd appreciate it for all these videos. But hello. Breaking news, title of the Mario movie revealed. It's apparently called Guardians of the Mario Galaxy. Yep. People have been doing some pretty funny stuff. Logan, what's up? You're not normally in live streams. Welcome in. The beard looks good. I know. I like it. I will say this. This is not shaming in any way. With my hair short, the facial hair makes my face look fat. That's just, take that for what you will, but that's just what I think. So I want to I actually do have a desire to get rid of it myself. And, but yeah, I'm going to shave tonight. And so I don't know, the next time I'll be visually in a video probably won't be till, Wednesday or Thursday next week, maybe Friday. So it'll be grown back a little bit. Bro, I want to play Gotham Knights with you when it's out. Yeah, that's, we got to talk about that one day in a video or in a live stream or something, kind of the plan for that stuff, because I do have a couple ideas have come to mind recently. One is something I want to do with the show, the podcast, that I do every Saturday. I came up with it like an hour or two ago, and I want to put it into motion maybe this upcoming week, but I think it's going to be fun. Well, I guess I'll spoil it. Basically, and I'm sure you guys have seen this with other podcasts, a lot of times what you have with podcasts that have multiple topics is you'll have the full show, and then sometimes people will make the topics into their own videos. I think the way I talk and the way I present stuff would work really well for that. So personally, that's what I'm thinking of doing when that happens. So if I'm talking about something for like 5, 10, 15 minutes in the show, and I think, man, that could be a good video, I can either make it its own video, just take that clip, upload it, maybe do some visuals, like a game, that you guys can watch while I'm talking. Or I was even thinking, if I have more to say for that topic, I could even do like a video just on that topic and just kind of, that's a better way of even plugging the show, I would say. So I'm thinking of doing that because I talked about the main topic of tomorrow's show is Kena, Bridge of Spirits, the review. But somebody asked me about Marvel versus DC games, in which I gave like a long answer, and I was thinking, man, that's a good video on its own. I should just make a video on it. So I'm thinking maybe I'll either take it and put it in its own video, or I will just make it again, but I won't copy everything I said, like I'll say it differently. Anyway, you guys know me. Without Christy here to monitor me, I can just go on long tangents. Make sure you guys are leaving a like on the way in. But to that, I want to play Gotham Knights. That's another thing. Multiplayer games are right around the corner. I haven't done the greatest job with playing with you guys when multiplayer games have come out recently, and I'm sorry about that. and I want to do better, and so I will. So Back for Blood is probably the next one, I think. So Back for Blood, I want to play with people online. Any multiplayer, Battlefield, I really want to play with people online on Battlefield. So any multiplayer game that I get, I want to play with whoever's in the community that's with us. So we'll talk about that as we get. Back for Blood is the next one, I think. Pretty sure Far Cry doesn't have multiplayer, right? So Back for Blood will do something. Maybe in a live stream. If I'm playing it at night, we can play it together. How are you? I'm doing good, Connor. How about you? You're shaving tonight? Way to copy me, Alex. You're shaving too? Well, I actually have facial hair, unlike you. Been a while since I tuned into a live. What's going on, buddy? Good to have you here. The OGs are coming. What's your favorite scary movie? Scream. What's going on, Cooper? I'm doing good. Sorry for the long rants. I didn't say hi to everybody individually. What's up? What's up? Halo Infinite is really fun. Are you in? How do you sign up for this? Who's in this Halo Infinite? I saw Roberto Serrano's in here, and he's not even an Xbox guy. I happen to run a semi-successful YouTube channel here and moderate audience, and I would like an opportunity to play. So I don't know how people are getting in, but I would like to. Will you stream TGS show? People have asked. The problem is, when is it? Isn't it Thursday? Thursday is a toughie. The Steph DLC for Life is Strange comes out Thursday. I'm looking at my calendar, looking down. I want to cover it because I think Resident Evil, something could happen there. But I really don't know what else to expect. I don't think we're getting a Kingdom Hearts or a Final Fantasy. Maybe Final Fantasy 16 news, but news, but not something that I would necessarily have to live stream. So I don't know. I mean, if you guys really want to see it, but see, we can't live stream next Friday. Next Friday afternoon, we're busy, or I'm busy, I guess, and so sadly we can't do that. So the only day I'd be able to live stream is Thursday, but that's the Steph DLC. So I don't know. These are the internal struggles I have in my head. I talk just nonstop to myself. Out of curiosity, whatever happened to the guy who used to join your Pirates of the Caribbean videos? That was my cousin. We just don't do it anymore. It's pretty much, I guess there's more to the story that's more interesting, but that's kind of the dumbed down version. One day I'll tell the whole tale of podcasts now, but he's doing good. He's my cousin, so, he's family. Is it crazy? It is crazy over the Steve Ditko, how do you say his name? Ditko Estates lawsuit against Marvel characters. Yeah, it does seem pretty crazy. Have you played Aliens Fireteam? No, that's a sin. It's a sin on me. I haven't played it yet. I want to. That's one of those games that I've circled to eventually do something with. Diablo 2 is one that comes out today that I want to play eventually too. Hi, I was gonna say hi, Alex. Hi, Shin. I'll just say that your first name. Already shaved and you're older. Of course, you have more facial hair. That doesn't even make sense. I could grow facial hair. Back how many years? 3 years. Go back. This is a homework assignment. If you guys want to see me looking very skinny, too skinny, and also having the most facial hair you'll ever see, find videos from early March 2018. March of 2018, early March. I have the Rick Grimes thing going on. And that's the longest my facial hair, because I didn't shave in for 4 months. And that's what I could do. It could still do that. I just don't let it grow. But that was when I was 21. I was 21. So actually, there's no excuse, Arthur. Not at all. Hello, Alien Adventures. Hello, Elijah. Next week. Yeah, I'll cover TGS for sure. There'll be videos like you could expect with me for everything. One thing I find interesting, you guys can let me know your thoughts on this. So, because I've only thought about it in passing, I love being the guy to cover all this stuff, and I don't really think I'm going to change. In fact, I'd like to kind of embrace that side going forward. However, when it comes to people coming to the channel to watch, I wonder if people have problems with me almost excluding, not on purpose, accidentally, certain games. I don't cover Call of Duty games, and again, it's accidental things I don't really even think about all that much. I wonder if people get mad I don't cover COD. Nintendo games are pretty tough to cover just because they're so different, and truly, I do think they're just a different audience on YouTube. So sometimes Nintendo videos do good for me. Sometimes they don't. But like, a lot of Nintendo games just kind of pass right by me, and I don't even cover them. So I wonder if people get like Bayonetta I'll cover, Legend of Zelda I'll cover. I'm going to get my daughter Super Mario Party, the new one. But like a Metroid Dread, I really actually like Metroid, and I want to play Dread, but I'm not going to get it day one. So I won't be covering it. So I just wonder if people feel like they're losing out on anything with the channel. You guys can let me know what you think. But because I'd like to cover those kind of games, but it's just a lot. Honestly, if I had like unlimited money, the first thing I would do is I would just hire people to like edit thumbnails and stuff, and that way I would just play all the games, like record reviews, thoughts, tips, all this kind of theories, and then just give it to these people, and they can make the videos and then put them out, and then that's it. That's the whole job. So that's what I would like to do, kind of like IGN, but if they were good, or Kotaku or anything like that. Just an aside. Hey man, love your channel. Thank you, Ruben. I appreciate it. I love my channel too. Does that sound like I have a big ego? Are you excited for Spider-Man 2 PS5? Yes. Funny enough, that's another one. I let that go right by me. I really don't have anything to say about it right now is the thing. I saw Evan do Spider-Man videos. I know people have talked about Spider-Man 2. I'm excited for it. I'm going to cover that game like crazy. There's just not... Tony Todd's cool as Venom. Venom looks insanely awesome. I just don't really have a lot to say about Spidey, and it's also 2 full years away. I have more to say about God of War. That's why I've made so many God of War videos. So, and God of War we just had like a 3 times as long trailer for. So I'll cover Spider-Man a bunch, just not for I would say not for a while, You have to sign up for the Halo Waypoint website. Oh, dang it. Yeah, you'll have to wait for next week. Yes, but the thing with October, guys. I mean, I'm just I told Jay, because like we're probably gonna do a video again together. In October, so busy, it's insane. It's gonna go fast, and I'm excited for it. I like being busy. If you can tell, I talk too much and too fast and stuff. So I always I am this in real life, so I bounce around and do all this kind of stuff. So I'm fine with being busy every single day, or just having like big things happening every so often. But you have a couple months of just dead, and then you have a month like October. I really want a sequel to Predator Concrete Jungle. Have you played that game? No. Is it? I doubt it's like Predator Hunting Grounds. I was trying to think of what the name was. Anyway, I'm looking forward to Venom Let There Be Carnage movie coming out next week. Me too. I'm definitely not going to see it the first couple days just because I can't. But I do really want to see it. If it makes its way online, I won't say anything else. But no, I just watched Venom for the first time 2-3 weeks ago. Liked it quite. I was gonna say loved it. I guess I loved it. It was fun for what it was. It was nothing special. It was just fun. So I wasn't excited at all. Truly, like at all for Venom 2. Now I am. Now I actually really want to. Are you planning on playing the new Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy? Yes. Playing it, covering it, all that stuff. Day 1. So that's a for sure. How many editions do you think Gotham Knights will have? Probably 3. Some base edition, some super deluxe comes with a statue or whatever, and then like a mid one. That's what I would imagine that having. I've only just turned 21. Well, I mean, it doesn't matter. Age like that doesn't really matter. Did you see the new picture for Suicide Squad Kill Justice League? Yes, I tweeted it. Looked good. It's like a graphic. Like they're moving, or the symbol in the background is moving. Looks good. I don't play shooter games, so it's fine. Yes, that's the thing with covering COD, or like if I miss out on, I don't know. Somebody said, maybe it's one of you guys watching right now. Somebody said, like, I wish you would have covered I don't think it was Age of Empires. Was it Warhammer? Some like strategy stuff. And those are games that I really love, but I'm horrible at, and I've never really covered on the channel. I normally don't even play most of them because a lot of them are on PC. So things like that, I do feel bad. I do. I'm being honest. I feel bad that I just kind of skip over them. But I don't know, because I'm not an IGN. I don't cover every game under the sun. I cover more games than 98% 8% of YouTubers do. I cover like more than every YouTuber does in terms of game quantity and even some movies, but less than mainstream journalists, which employ thousands or hundreds of people, depending on which one, right? And have tiers and all this stuff and make a lot more money than I do. Like I said, if I had unlimited money, I'd cover every game. I would strive to be like a one-man IGN. That's probably like and then I would want to like design specific. If I had unlimited money, I'd want to like find a way to help a Sly game happen. I'd want to like spearhead a studio that could make like a Pirates of the Caribbean like open world game. Those are like my dream. And I'd be like, I couldn't do anything. I don't even know if I could be a writer on it, but I would just kind of manage it. That's what I would do. And maybe I can do that in the future. Those are big hopes for me. I'm surprised you like Bayonetta. Why is it so surprising? I like what you cover. You handle big cinematic IPs. Yeah, and I also think I handle smaller stuff too. Like I covered Alan Wake today. Like that's not huge. Kana is big in a way, but not really. Actually, to most, Kana would be relatively small. Life is Strange is not very big in the grand scheme of things. I'm just looking at like what else have I covered? I cover small things. Outlast. I saw Outlast written. I've covered that. Sly is a big thing, I guess. So yeah. Let me take a quick break from reading the comments. I'm going to go back to it. Let me just plug real fast. Make sure you guys leaving a like, anybody who's joining. Also, remember following me on Twitter. I love Twitter, my community. Second channel, Podcast Now Plus, if you guys want to subscribe there. Patreon, YouTube memberships, new I guess perks coming to those people that support us financially. All the links are in the description. The join button is right next to the subscribe button. So if you guys want to join us there, we got a $2 tier and a $5 tier, and you get quite a bit, I would argue, for supporting us there, including new things on our podcast tomorrow, the Save Point podcast. Are you planning to play any horror movies, games for Halloween? Yes, playing Dead by Daylight. So, years ago, I've been around a lot longer than I think people think, which is fine. I actually like that I think people think I've only been around for so long. It makes me feel better about myself. But a couple years ago, I think, not 3, so probably 3 years ago, I did like Halloween-centric topics on the show because we did like just a podcast about like daily life, and I did Halloween topics, and I also did gaming topics. But years before that, 4 years ago, 5 years ago, I would do like the entire month is Halloween themed. So we would talk about Halloween, like Halloween candy and costumes. We talk about games and movies, and I'd also. Before I met Christy, my now wife, it's impossible to do it now, but before I used to live stream on Halloween, and I would play like Costume Quest, games like that. So obviously things are a lot different now, even in terms of what I cover. So what I think I'll do is probably do maybe an episode of my gaming podcast, do that, talk about maybe just a horror week, just talk about games. I'm going to see Scream in theaters when it goes back for the 25th anniversary, so I'm going to be covering that. I'm sure the trailer for Scream 5 will come out, so I'm going to cover that. So there'll be Halloween-related things on the channel. Maybe every Sunday, is on Sundays on my second channel, Podcast Now Plus, I tend to just do a completely a random topic, right, that isn't really time-sensitive, or like a news thing. So maybe every Sunday, starting next Sunday, I can like review a movie or talk about my favorite movies or my favorite Halloween games because I like a lot of them. Amnesia, Outlast. There's a lot of really good, and then those are games, obviously movies. Until Dawn. My God. I love it. So yeah, that's a good question. I love embracing that. I actually used to do it for Halloween. I used to do it for Christmas. I used to have an entire month just the thing is there's like next to no Christmas games. The only Christmas games is like Kingdom Hearts when they go to like Christmas Town. That's like the only that I can think of Christmassy thing in any game. I'm trying to think right now. I don't really know. So I like to do it. I've talked about Christmas movies before. I reviewed Elf before. What do you think about What do you think about the Warhammer 3 Kathy trailer? Are you trolling me? No, see, that's the thing. Was that? I don't know. I don't even know if I've seen the trailer, to be honest with you. But I like all those kind of games. What about the Wolverine game? Very excited for it. I've covered that a couple times in videos. but I'm excited. That game is so fun. I mean, that's going to be a game where, you know, people have talked about it the last couple of weeks, and I talked about it in videos, and now the next year, we're not going to see the game again for like a year plus. So there's going to be like no content on it pretty much. Okay, I'm going to rapid fire these so I can kind of catch up. Injustice 3 and MK12 both got leaked, and we don't know which one will come out first. Yeah, I think it's still MK12. Dark Nightmare. All right, shouldn't you be working? But what's up, buddy? It's a platformer like Sly Cooper. What is? Oh, God. See, this is the problem with me talking too much. Oh, Predator Concrete Jungle is like Sly. Wow. Well, then I should check it out, because I love Sly. I think the best way to play Deathloop is to turn off the leads when you enter the level, so you have to find them on your own. It makes the... Yeah. Yeah, that's a fair... That's fair. I honestly think that would help quite a bit. Finish it. Did you ever play Wasteland 3? It was a great game. Oh, shoot. I think I did. Was that... Did it come out like 2, 3... I don't vividly. I do remember that game. But I don't know if I played it. Wait, I'm sorry I didn't get in earlier, but is Spider-Man leaving the MCU? Yeah, so the thing with that is what Steve Ditko is suing them, and if he wins, pretty much boiled down, if he wins, Spider-Man would leave Marvel's property. They would not be kind of controlled by Marvel. And that goes for games, comics, movie, like all of it. So no, people online don't really think it's going to happen, like he'll lose the court case. Stranger things have happened, though. I don't think it would mean the MCU is done. Spidey is a huge name, though. I mean, it would be a huge hit. Twitter comments are funny to read sometimes. Sometimes they're funny, sometimes they're infuriating. But to be honest with you, YouTube comments are the same thing. I had a guy, I won't say their names, but I had a guy tell me on the one of my Kana videos that, like, I do, like, substanceless, boring, like, clickbaity, like, that's all like, these are the videos. And I was very nice to him. You could find the comment. I was very nice to him, and I don't agree with that at all. I think I do have substance. And then, like, a person that is, and he was subscribed. And that was, like, the number one thing I said is, like, you're subscribed to my channel, and yet you're really hating on me. Like, you're really just saying mean stuff just to say it. And then another person that subscribed to me and also has said nice things, they, like, backed him, or they said, like, all he's trying to do is, like, suggest you do different videos. It's like, no, he's telling me how horrible my videos are. That's not suggesting I do better ones. So you can find very funny comments everywhere. I get a lot of hate on YouTube. I know everybody probably says that as, like, a sympathy thing. I don't care about sympathy. I don't show it myself, so why should I get it from other people? But a lot of people don't like me. It's actually surprising. That's not surprising. I'm very vocal and pretty direct, and I think that gets people worked up that I don't really care what I say. Apparently not just Spider-Man, almost every Marvel character. Oh, wait, what? Really? Oh, yeah, because he does more than just Spidey, right? What's up, Shane? They're getting sued by the heirs of the creators. By they, I mean Disney. Yeah, well, the thing is, like, if we want these things to stay as they are, if that's even a good thing, like, you have to, again, side with Disney. It's like the Scarlett Johansson thing, where it's like I either have to pick a Hollywood elite who sometimes doesn't know when to shut her mouth, or I have to back Disney, who I despise so much, so much about, and what they've said and what they've done to people and all this stuff. So it's like, it's a lose-lose. I either side with Hollywood elite or I side with the Mouse House, and neither one of those is a good thing. Smash that like button if you love movies and games. Smash it. I thought you were going to say the Smash Bros thing. Isn't that? So that's, what day is that? The 5th. October 5th, the last final character. And it hasn't been leaked to my knowledge. Anybody know who the final Smash Bros character is? Or think they know? Can we still petition for Sora? Is it too late? But, yeah. Miles Morales is... Well, yes. Okay, yes. That's a good point. Back when I did the Christmas-themed stuff, Miles wasn't out yet. But you know what? Yeah, Miles is one of the only ones I can think of. Yeah, you're right, though. Miles was good. I will give that game. That game may be the best Christmas game. Oh, no. Duh. Arkham Origins is Christmas. Christmas Eve, isn't it? So really, it's Arkham Origins, Miles, and parts of Kingdom Hearts 2. Very small amount of Kingdom Hearts 2. Those are the 3 games. Dead Rising 4 is set at Christmas. Oh, okay. Hey, Alex, sorry to go off topic, but I just finished Life is Strange 3, and WoW was so good. I'm relieved and happy. But do you think it was maybe a little too short? Also, Miles Morales is very Christmas. Yes. Yeah, I loved True Colors. I'm so impressed. I'm so shocked that I get to... Because I mean, truly, I did not think I would... I don't think... It was a very pessimistic point of view, but I never thought I'd be able to say how much I love Life is Strange again, because I just didn't really trust it. But it was so good. And in terms of the length, yeah, probably a little bit longer it could have been. It's not as long as Life is Strange 1. And Life is Strange 2 is a pretty long game, too. I think Life is Strange 2 is probably the longest of them all, right? But I don't know. It didn't overstay its welcome, though. And what they were trying to do, I don't really think you could have stretched out any longer. So I don't think it was too long. I think maybe it was too expensive. Obviously these games have never been full price before. This is the first time. So that was always going to be a little, something that we didn't think of. Or, I guess having to, say, okay, well, is it worth the full price? Life is Strange, the first game, if you bought it, the season pass, remember you could do that back in the day when that game first came out? You could buy episodes 1 through 5, I believe, for $20, for $20. And if you bought them individually, it was $25 because they're each $5. So you saved $5 so $20 for the first Life is Strange game, $60 for True Colors. So it's just a different world. I think Injustice 3 might be in the works. I hope. Anyone else still bummed that we never got that Batman Arkham style Power Rangers game that got canceled, or is it just me? It's not just you. That would have been amazing. It would have been amazing. Grand Theft Auto 6. No, wait. VI, that's 5. Right? Please. No, V is 5, so 6. I don't think we're going to see that for a very long time. Sorry, I had to work out the Roman numeral math in my head. I really hope Sydney... I thought you were asking a Scream question. I really hope Spidey stays in the MCU. I agree. That Mario casting is interesting. I don't think it's bad, but definitely not what I was expecting. Yeah, I don't like the Chris Pratt's going to get canceled just because people like to do that on Twitter. I don't think that's like the Mario voice I would have chosen to do, right? So I get not liking it. I personally really don't like Seth Rogen at all. I've never liked him ever. So at least I've stayed consistent. Jack Black as Bowser is perfect. Anya Taylor-Joy is really good. So it's kind of mixed. And Chris, I'll just wait. We're on a first-name basis. I'll wait to hear his voice before I get too crazy. What's your thoughts on the Bayonetta 3 trailer? Perfect. We finally saw it. It looked good. And, yeah, I'm ready to go. Does Crystal Dynamics working with the initiative means Microsoft probably buying Square? People have been floating that around today. I don't know. I don't think so. Square Enix is gigantic. Is that what people were kind of teasing when they said that it could be gigantic? Maybe. I mean, them buying Square Enix, Final Fantasy, Tomb Raiders, Kingdom Hearts. I mean, it would be... But at the same time, let's not forget, though, Square Enix really actually favors Sony more with Final Fantasy, formerly with Kingdom Hearts. I mean, so they've always... I don't know what that does to... I don't know. I don't think so, though. I don't want Microsoft buying any... I don't want Microsoft or Sony. It's not just a Microsoft thing. I don't want anybody buying the Ubisoft and Square Enixes and all that stuff. Facecam, bro. Yeah, I try to do it more often now. I feel selfish, though, because the creators deserve money for their vision. Yeah, that's tough, right? Because I always would probably side with the creative visionaries of something. Specifically over, big monopoly or big corporations. I would always kind of side with the little guys. But again, it's what do we want things to stay the way they are? Or, it's tough. I'm curious about Sony's contract. With what, Square Enix? I'm interested in contracts, hockey contracts, gaming contracts, every contracts. No leaks so far for the Smash character. Jeez. I wouldn't be surprised if they also announced Pass 3, Fighters 3. But, no, this is it, isn't it? This is the final character, period. I think they should do a Smash Game of the Year edition or, Complete edition and charge full price and put every DLC character they've made in it. and that could go through like the next couple years. You know what I mean? And then they'll do the next one. So Arkham City was set in winter as well. That's true. That's true, but is it really a crisp? Well, what's the difference, though? Is there a difference? That is fair, though. The last Smash character will be Herc from Far Cry 5. Wouldn't that be kind of disappointing? Like, can't they go bigger? The lawsuit was just announced, so it's possible that it won't happen, the whole Marvel situation, because Disney, I don't really know what you just said there, but, well, I think they said 2023. Like, this is years. This is another, like, 2+ years. Also, the Polar Express on PS2 is a prime Christmas. I didn't know there was a Polar Express game. I didn't like Life is Strange 2. I hated it. True Colors was way too short for the money. Should have only been $30. Yeah, I would more or less agree with that. Life is Strange 2 was more expensive too. Remember, it went up every time. Life is Strange 1 was $20 if you bought it together. Life is Strange Before the Storm, I think, was also $20 or $30. Life is Strange 2 was $40. I remember that. If you bought the full season leading into the game's release, it was $40. So that one went up more, and then now this is $60. It's kind of funny the last Smash character is releasing the same day as Nickelodeon. I didn't know that. That's funny. I love Life is Strange, but I will never pay full price for another one, and I got the Ultimate Edition for almost $90. Yeah, $80 I spent on it. But it is a better deal. Like, there's no doubt, because for $80 you get, I believe, $110 or $115 of value, because the remastered game is $40 on its own, which is actually probably too much. But you actually get a big steal by buying them, the deluxe edition. I'm doing homework and streaming with you. Nice. I think I have an okay voice to hear in the background when you're doing homework. I don't think I'm too distracting. You could probably zone me out and focus on the homework, and I'm just kind of there. You know what I mean? I think that's a voice. My voice is for that. I find the cast for Mario movie funny AF. It is. It's definitely funny in a good or bad way. Pretty sure that the Sony Marvel deal ends with Doctor Strange 2. Yeah, they'd have to. Like, Spidey standalone movies are not guaranteed past this one. So that's going to be interesting what happens. What's your plans for Halloween? Well, in 2 weeks, which is only the 16th, I'm going to be getting... Wait, no, it's not. What week is it? On the 9th. On the 9th, I'm going to go to Spirit Halloween, and I'm going to buy a Ghostface costume. So I'm going to go as Ghostface. Well, I'm not going to go... I'm not going to hold his weapon, let's say that. And I may not even have the mask on for all long, but I'll take pictures and I'll post them on Twitter and stuff. So I'm going to do that. And then on Halloween, we all go out. We'll lock the dogs in their big kennel. They actually have a pretty big kennel for being small dogs. And we'll go trick-or-treating. So that's what the plan is. And I'll wear the costume. The last 2 years, I didn't wear a costume. 3 years ago, I went as Negan. I had a leather jacket. I still have a leather jacket. It's over there somewhere. And I had a baseball bat. And, yeah. So that's what I did. I kind of want to go... Well, people keep telling me when I had longer hair that they think I could pull off a John Wick. I mean, I would want nothing more than to pull off John Wick. So maybe next year I'll do John Wick. That's kind of my plan. I'm finally playing Arkham City for the first time ever. Wow. Enjoy the ride. Hopefully it wasn't spoiled for you. I heard rumors that Life is Strange Remaster, all episodes are free. If you buy but you have to buy the remaster. It's $40, and you get everything. So it's not free. What's your most anticipated movie to see at DC Fandom? The Batman. Pretty easily, right? I guess if they show but see, I don't The Flash is obviously very interesting as well, but how much are they going to show of it? Aquaman 2, I could care less. Please don't. If they talk, I'm sure Aquaman, in fact, maybe they even say it, how they'll talk to the cast. If they do the Wonder Woman thing they did last year, right, with all of them, when they played the werewolf game and they also just interviewed them. If they do that with Aquaman 2, I'm out. I'm not going to watch that. But if they show behind the scenes stuff, I'll watch. The Flash, I feel or could they show a trailer for The Flash? I don't know. Maybe they could show the Batman length trailer for The Flash this year, in which case it'd be The Flash. Oh God. I'm dying. I talk so much and I don't have water. I don't have any liquids to help me through it. It's just me. I just talk too much. Yeah, so the Flash or the Batman, both of them. I hope we get new animated series for DC and DC fandom. I am sure. Oh, Sony's contract with Spider-Man movies. Yeah. I'd love to be a fly on the wall. That's the phrase, right? That'd be pretty cool. Doing Riddler trophies while listening. We on the grind. Nice. Going for the platinum, or do you have Xbox? So you're going for what's it even called on Xbox if you get all the achievements? What's the achievement of getting all the other achievements, like the platinum trophy? Is that what you're going for? I just got an ad for Marvel's Avengers when I clicked on this stream. What, you don't like Marvel's Avengers? I'm just kidding. I don't blame you if you don't like Marvel's Avengers. They must know. Well, actually, probably. YouTube's scary, isn't it, in that way? Because Chris Pratt is Mario and Spider-Man leaving Marvel, ? So did YouTube, see Marvel and they're like, well, let's put a Marvel ad on his video? I don't know. What if they did, a Chris Pratt movie? Pretty weird, huh? The Spider-Man situation is a wait and see. Yes. I remember, those dark, how many weeks was it? 3 or 4 weeks? We need a proper The Walking Dead game. That'd be pretty sweet, too. A proper quest-based, really that, open world, quest-based, like a Witcher, but for Walking Dead. I'd pay so much for that. I'd also pay for that in a Pirates universe, right? Not a Sea of Thieves, even though Sea of Thieves is fine, but like a Witcher kind of thing for that. Even like a Mass Effect. I'd take a Mass Effect style for other kind of games too. I would love that though. I'm wanting to dress up as Michael Myers. Nice. Are you tall? The first year I was with, how do I want to word this? 3 years ago when we went trick-or-treating, there was a Michael Myers and who was the other person? There were two of the icons. It wasn't Freddy. It wasn't Leatherface. But it was Michael and maybe it was Jason. It had to have been, right? And there were two of them. And my daughter, she was 4.5 at the time. She wasn't all that scared, but I carried her past them because there was just they weren't trick-or-treating. It was one of those houses where the people that are giving candy dressed up. And one was Michael, and he was huge. He was Michael Myers. You got to be careful. You got to check the weaponry, make sure it's not actually sharp, if you know what I mean. What other Marvel characters could you see getting their own games in the Insomniac universe? Personally, I'd like to see Blade, Daredevil, Punisher, Iron Fist, Moon Knight. Yeah, Daredevil would probably be up there for me, I'd say. Blade would be awesome, man. Blade would be cool. But I also don't really need them to only be Insomniac, right? You can give them to other studios. I think just the thing with Insomniac is you would expect it to be good, whereas the other studios you're just taking more risk, which isn't, I say that, I laugh, kind of like I'm mocking them, but I mean that, you know what I mean? Insomniac has that quality where you're probably safe, whereas if you give it to other teams, you're not as safe. And but Insomniac can't just do, I don't know. I don't want to actually live in a world where Insomniac just does that, you know what I mean? Because they can crank out Ratchet and Clank is such a good game. Rift Apart is so good. Resistance, I mean, people who haven't played Resistance are missing out because it's just a phenomenal game. So they can crank out just top tier games. Sunset Overdrive's not as good as any of the other ones I just said, but I think it's pretty good. They can just crank out great games. So, I guess they can crank out, if you can crank out 3 superhero games at one time, that's also pretty darn cool. But I don't know. But then you don't have Resistances. You don't have Ratchet and Clanks. You know what I mean? You can't do all of them. On a scale of 1 to 10, what would you say are the odds of us seeing Injustice 3 at DC Fandom? Probably a 2. The thing is, if that's what they're making next, it'd be a 10. But if it's Mortal Kombat, it's a 0. So you have to average. I guess you average 10 and a 0, so you get to a 5. Okay, that's probably what I would say. I also heard that Ben Affleck's Batman may have a smaller role in the Flash movie. Yeah, he's in it, so that's cool too. Michael Keaton, if we get to see that in a trailer, yes. I don't know. I already 100%ed them countless times on PS3 and PS4. Just bought them on the new Xbox. So I see. Cool. Nice. Nothing wrong with that. Yeah, I'm always. It's always interesting. I don't look down on people like at all. I'm not saying it as a huge negative. I think what's interesting that you find maybe when you make videos, you just see all these different kinds of people that watch your videos. There's so many different kinds of gamers in the world. It's insane. You know what I mean? There's people that will play the same game like 50 times, which I just could never do. You know what I mean? That's just not me. And I'm not saying I'm better or they're better or anything. Like, everybody's even. It's just weird. Like, you'll see people who play games all like the same game over and over, or they only buy like 2 games a year. There's people in my videos say, like, for Hogwarts or even Gotham Knights, there'll be people that say, like, that's the only game they're getting in the next, like, year and a half, 2 years. Like, they're not actually going to buy any other game. And in my mind, it's like, that's insane. Like, you're missing out on blank. Like, even my game of the... So you're missing out on Life is Strange and Ratchet and Clank and Returnal. And, like, you're missing out on all of these fans. But, like, some people don't care. You know what I mean? Like, it's not their thing. They're in it for, like, 2 games a year, right? And that's it. And it's just weird. Like, it's not bad. I'm not saying, like, they're lesser of anything. It's just you don't really think about that all that much. You know what I mean? It's even Degenerate Jay and I, we made a video talking about people that complain about, what do they complain? I mean, people complain about everything, but it's funny that people will complain, but, like, the stats actually go against them. You know what I mean? Or people that want certain things in story-based games, but then you look at the stats and it's like I don't know, like 80% or 70% of people stop playing games after the first third of the game. So very little amount of people actually beat a game. Did you know that? Story games, like 10% beat a game. Just on average, let's say. And that's not the exact number, but it's very low. So it's just funny. Even like someone like me, right? If I complain about an ending to a game or a mechanic or a boss, or I love the ending of a game, what's funny is most people don't even get to that point. They quit less than halfway through. And it's just like, again, I could never... Like, how could you make it that far and not beat the ending of the game? I mean, but people will do that. And in fact, that's the majority of people will do it. It's not just like it's a small amount that I didn't even think of. It's most people are this way. And so that's weird, you know, when you complain about, or I think it was like multiplayer, when people say like, oh, like you're taking the single player mode out of a game, like Call of Duty, right? Single player and multiplayer. I remember when they removed the single player, all these people got mad. But the thing is, like 20% or 30% of people that buy Call of Duty even play single player. So all these people online getting, and again, like I think it's valid to get mad. Like I think it was stupid that they took the single player out. But what's funny is it's like a 70-30 split. Out of the 100% of people that buy Call of Duty, 30% will actually play that single player, and yet everybody gets mad when they take it out. But it's like, well, if you're so mad, play it when you have to show them that you mean it. You know what I mean? It's crazy. You know what I mean? Was that interesting to anybody? Marvel's Avengers story is great, but the mechanics are just awful. Yeah, the story is definitely average or above average, and everything else is not. You need to watch The Walking Dead 11 final season, man. I love it. I've been keeping up through YouTube clips, so I know what's going on, and I've seen different parts of it. I'm impressed. I have to just actually watch them beginning to end, and I feel bad that I don't, but I keep up. I also keep up on Fear the Walking Dead, too. I'm over 6 feet. Jesus Christ. Bro, can you check out my recent video? I want your opinion. It's about Life is Strange 2. Oh, my God. Are you going to call me a racist in it? Is it like an anti-me video? Sure. Hold on. I got to write your name down because you'll be lost to the void. Lost in the echo, as Linkin Park would say. I need space. What's your name? A_ROX. See, this is something I can just do to be nice to people. Can support their stuff. There's people on Twitter that tell me all this time that they started a channel, and I'll say, you know, send me the links and stuff. I want to see your videos. I want people to do good. I want people to create stuff, and I genuinely want to show support. Like, I will watch if I tell people I'll watch their videos and stuff. I will watch them, give them the watch time and all that stuff. So just as long as when people get bigger than me, they don't forget about me. Okay, so if anybody ever, you know, gets bigger or gets a job at certain companies and stuff, and they're like, hey, I wonder if I could throw Alex a bone, don't ask that question. Just do it. You know what I mean? Just like Shia LaBeouf would say. DC fandom. So wait, I wrote your name down. Did I circle it? I have to box it, otherwise it'll also be lost in the echo. DC Fandom is in 3 weeks, and I cannot wait. Yeah. So one thing I want to say to those here, so like next week we're not gonna live stream, like no matter what. Sadly, the week after, it's like a 50-50. No, sorry. Next week is for sure no. Week after is also 99% for sure no. Week after that, I will live stream, probably on the Friday or even on the Thursday. And what we're gonna do, so in how many weeks is that? 1, 2, 3. 3 weeks, we're going to live stream, and it's just going to be DC Fandom stuff. Predictions, final thoughts, stuff like that. So mark your calendars. We did it last year. We did it last year, and it's the second biggest live stream we've ever done in our 5-year history. So it was a big live stream. It's why I'm doing it again. I won't lie to you. But it was a lot of fun to do it last year. So 3 weeks, Christy and I, or at least me, we'll do that, and we'll have a lot of fun. And then DC Fandom the day, again, I don't really know what's going to go on. There'll definitely be videos at the very least, and at most, I'll also do a live stream for the gaming parts. But we need to figure out, they need to announce like what time these things are going to be shown, and hopefully they do that relatively soon. Okay, let's keep going. We're going to go for another like 15 or so minutes. Remember to leave a like, share with your friends. I know a lot of people watch these videos afterwards, which is kind of funny. In fact, we get, I'd say, more than double the viewership after the live stream than during, which is odd. I don't actually think it's like that for most channels. I'd love to see Insomniac make more Marvel games like Iron Man, Cap, Deadpool, Daredevil. Yeah. Is the Wolverine game set in the Spider-Man universe? Yes. The evidence seems to suggest. Some, though, hero games will have to be rated 18 and up. Yeah. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Agreed. Insomniac will have definitely proved themselves to me, and I feel they are definitely, yeah. True. I think it's just preference, right? If you love, or if you don't even know about Resistance or Sunset Overdrive, or you've never been a Ratchet and Clank fan, why would you want them to do that stuff when they could just crank out 3 different heroes, literally different Wolverine, Spidey, pick a third one. If you can just crank those games out, why would you want them to do other stuff? For me, again, I see it a little bit differently. I'm not saying it's better or worse. It could actually be either, right? I did just finish watching Star Wars Visions. I got to watch it. It's pretty good for a show that's yeah. I watched the first 10 minutes of Angry Joe's review of it, and that's it. So I will watch Visions though. Some story games are great, to be honest. Agreed. Like Life is Strange. That you like Life is Strange? As long as you're not calling me names in your video. If you do that, I'll have to give you a dislike. And then when you I'm just kidding. And then when you finish the story, you can go and do the rest of the stuff. I used to stop just before the last boss because I didn't want it to end. Yeah, see, that's like a mental thing. I've actually talked about that before. For me, I have that issue with literally wanting to stop and not wanting to finish it because I don't want it to end. The story I've told, I even did that for Mass Effect Legendary, and I've already played Mass Effect 2 and 3. I already did that, 8 years ago. And when Legendary Edition came out in May, I played all 3. I put in easily probably 100+ hours into them combined. And the final mission, the last hour and a half of the third game, I played it like every day for like 3-4 weeks, and then I took like 2 days off because I did not want to play that last. And again, keep in mind, this is a game I already did this with. I already played the game, and still it just made such an impact on me. Picked a different love interest, just took it in kind of differently, being almost a decade older than I was, in the past. So like, it just kind of hit me different. And I did not want to finish it because it's like, this is such a special game to me. Uncharted was like that. Uncharted 4, I didn't want to beat it like at all. I was playing it and I was like, please don't end, like never end, because I don't want to say. It's really a thing about saying goodbye, and that's probably a problem. And I don't think it's just a me problem. I think people have that where it's like you don't want it to be over. I think there was another game too. What game was it? Mass Effect was maybe the last time that happened to me, but it happens once or twice a year where I don't want a game to actually end. I'm a person that has to finish a story game. I can't leave even if I don't like it. You gonna watch the Rick Walking Dead movie? If it releases in the next 20 years, yeah, I'll watch it. Disney Plus Day. I want new announcements. I want a Pirates thing on Disney Plus. That's what I want. Like, I don't want anything else. Not that I don't care if they announce anything else. I just want, on that day where they announce all this new stuff, can you give us a Pirates thing, please? It's a franchise that Disney is just the stupidest company with some stuff. It's insane. Still hyped for DC fandom. Agreed. Thanks a lot for that, bro. I just started making videos again. Thanks a lot for the support. No problem. Well, it's basically one long live stream. Yeah. So yeah, I know that. I'm not saying like you're evil. So for me, it's 11 o'clock a.m. and it's 4 hours long, right? That's what we know. I think they say, because they use Pacific time, so they say 10 to 2, so it's 4 hours. So yeah, I get that, but I wonder, like, because obviously it's not like it was last year, but it's close. So like, is the first hour games, like, or, you know what I mean, like, how, like, is there gonna, and I think there will there be a schedule within the next 2 weeks? You know what I mean? And because I think you have to do it a little bit before DC fandom happens. Will there be a schedule that says, okay, from 10:15 to 10:45 is DC games segment? It's just games. Because, like, I would live stream it, but I'm not live streaming the full 4 hours. You know, I can't do that. So, but if the gaming section is half an hour and they tell us, you know what I mean? Now, but it's different if it's half an hour, but they don't give a schedule, and it's like, oh, just randomly, you know, 11:26 Pacific time is when they start the gaming stuff. It's like, hopefully they tell us this time is going to be this. They don't need to give specifics, like this is when the Batman, specifically that movie, is going to be shown, then the Flash. But if they say, like, okay, this 45-minute segment is movies, and then this is animated, and then this is games, and I think they will do that, but I'm waiting for that before I promise anything, because I'd like to live stream the game part. But also, though, I don't know, videos do better than live streams, and I want to get a video up immediately, right? So if I'm live streaming, then the video's got to be delayed. So maybe it's best to not live stream it at all, and just, you know, as soon as Gotham Knights is shown, bam, video, it's up. And then Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League, it's up. I mean, those are really the only two. And then if there's a third one, I guess I could do that. And then probably like that Sunday and Monday, I'll do another video each for both of them, or just keep going, really. As long as people want to watch, I'll make videos for. So that's my plan, in case people cared. I told you, without Christy, I'm just a talking machine, and I go too long on these comments. I had no idea that Insomniac made Sunset Overdrive. I really like that game. I need to play it again. Yeah. That was their dark days when they left play. I'm not saying like, oh, console wars, Alex prefers PlayStation. I actually do prefer PlayStation, but I'm not a console warrior. I like both. But yeah, that was the dark days when Insomniac left. Remember, because Resistance just never sold. They didn't make money. They were so disappointed. And they're like, okay, we'll just do something for Xbox now. And they did. And that also didn't sell, I believe, all that well. And it wasn't received as well as Resistance. But it was still a good game. Arkham City and Jedi Fallen Order, like that for me as well. Yeah, I didn't have that for Jedi. I played Jedi straight through. Trying to think. Life is Strange, I didn't want to be over back in the day. Uncharted, really like my favorite, like the better games I can think of. Mass Effect was one of them, obviously, like I just said. Yeah, normally it's like the biggest ones. I'm sure I'll have it for like, I don't know if I'd have it for Horizon. Is Horizon special to me, but it's not the most special. Probably Hogwarts, maybe? I don't know. Normally it happens to me for games that have just such powerful... Persona. That's one. Persona 5, when I played that. And that was more of the characters, saying goodbye to just the cast and being like, I may never see them. You'll never see them like that again. You know what I mean? So it's like, that's normally what... And actually, you know what? That's probably the common theme. Saying goodbye to Nathan Drake was hard. Saying goodbye to Shepard and like Tali and Garrus, like that's difficult to do. You know what I mean? So I would even say maybe it's not even the story itself. That obviously helps. But I think actually my problem, at least, just mine, when I don't want to beat the game, when I say, no, I just want it to live forever without me finishing it, it's normally because of the characters. I don't want to say goodbye to them. I think I just isolate. This is a good therapy session. How is Spider-Man leaving Marvel? So the rumor is, or not the rumor, but like the thing is, that there's a court case going to be happening, and if Disney loses the court case, they lose the rights to Spidey in games, comics, movies, all that stuff. And it's going to happen. We just don't know if they'll win or lose, and it would happen. They would lose them if they did by June of 2023. So yeah, I never wanted the Arkham universe to end, so Arkham Knight was bittersweet. Yeah, that was one. I didn't stop. Because I can vividly remember, like, if I play a game like every single day, and then if I play a game every single day, and then at some point I like stop and I just don't do it, then it's like, okay, now I know I can isolate it as like this is a time where, like, I know that I'm so invested that I'm taking days off because I don't want to. Like, I remember for Arkham Knight, I just played straight through. You know, I'm mostly hoping for lots of Marvel and Star Wars and also Pirates. Yeah, I mean, just give me a Pirates show, please. Disney is really strict, not going to lie, when it comes to their shows and movies. Yeah, they're also not very smart for the most part. Yeah, I'd love a schedule. Me too. Garden of the Galaxy. Disney did already confirm that there would be a big update for both Marvel and Star Wars on Disney Plus Day. Yeah, but see, it's more than that. It's more than that. I would like to see something more than that. I'd like them to go into Pirates or anything. National Treasure would be cool. Dude, how do you put tags in your video? When you upload it, you scroll down past like where you could put cards in your playlist. There's tags. There's the genre of video it is. So right there is where the tags are. You do it there. Do you think they'll reveal a release date for Gotham Knights and Suicide Squad Kill Justice League? I do think we'll get one for Gotham Knights. I don't think we'll get one for Suicide Squad. I made videos. I made a video specifically on that for Gotham Knights, and I made a video on it for Suicide Squad that'll go up, I think, on Sunday. The Resistance games were a big part of me and my older cousin's childhood. Yeah, me too, actually. My cousin Tyler, he's 3 years older. We both absolutely love them. They're so good. They're so good. All people gonna have that special game that doesn't want to end. Yeah, probably. I hope the Arkhamverse expands with more games on other heroes. Definitely possible. Hello, please let Spidey go back to Sony. Disney doesn't know what to do with Spider-Man. Iron Man Jr. That's a valid... See, that's the other side of it, right? Where it's like, would it actually be better for Marvel to not have control? I mean, if you told me right now that they could lose Pirates' license and it could go to anybody else if they lost, who would I side with? Like, let them lose. Like, give it to somebody else because, you know what I mean? It would be better off than with them. So there is definitely that opposite side of things. I want Rocksteady to make a Teen Titans game. I think they should have instead of Suicide Squad. I really just want something for Moon Knight. It could be a release date or a cast reveal. I just want something. Oh, I gotcha. Probably we'd see something. I think he meant hashtags under the title. Yeah, so what I do is I type out the description, and then right after the last character of the description, space, and then I do hashtag whatever, space, hashtag whatever. It only loads up to 3. So you do 3 hashtags, and then I do enters, and then you see all my other social media stuff. That's behind the scenes stuff. I prefer Spidey in the MCU because I want him in Avengers 5. Yeah, again, that's the opposite side of things. An Insomniac Moon Knight game wouldn't be that bad. I'm going to go now. It's been a good stream. Yeah, I think, all right, we'll end it here, guys. So I really appreciate, all of you being here. This was really fun. Just kind of a personal little stream. You guys rock. And like I said, we're not going to be doing it the next 2 weeks. But the third week, we're going to do a DC fandom one. We'll just talk about the movies there, the games there, and we'll go from there, okay? So that'll be hopefully on the 15th, the day before DC fandom. And obviously there's videos every day, but live streams, unless there's something gigantic that randomly happens during the week. I think there's supposed to be a big Microsoft show in November, is the rumors. So I'll probably co-stream that. And then the Game Awards, obviously, I will co-stream that. That'll be a lot of fun. So we will do that as well. So lots of stuff coming up. Thank you guys for watching. Really do appreciate it. And I'll see you on the next one. Make sure to leave a like, follow, support us on Patreon.